Let's be honest. Most of you are burned out from chasing alpha that never feels real. You've seen strategies crash, investments vanish, algorithms scream at you with promises they can't keep. It's exhausting. The grind, the endless models, the noise, it's choking the real edge out of your work. You're stuck on autopilot while everyone else acts like they've cracked the code. Newsflash. Most of those codes are just illusions. Vanity metrics dressed up as breakthrough tech. What makes the best hedge funds truly tick isn't some flashy headline or the 100th black box tool you've been pitched this week. They're running under your radar with hidden systems, algorithms that don't just crunch data, but actually think differently. These are not your average machine learning toys. They're built around relentlessly questioning every assumption you make about markets, about risk, about timing. They're designed to sniff out the real signals buried deep in chaos, ignoring everything else like static until they find the pattern that matters. Here's the brutal truth most won't tell you. If your algo isn't built with a purpose to break the standard market logic, it's just noise. You're feeding guesswork to a math engine. The most effective hidden algorithms don't just react, they adapt swiftly and anticipate shifts you can't even see coming yet. They mix raw, unconventional data, sometimes stuff nobody talks about, from satellite feeds, social dynamics, alternative credit flows, real-time supply chains, even weather disruptions. These inputs, often ignored or misunderstood, are the secret sauce behind top funds turning risk into opportunity in ways most investors flinch to imagine. Get this, it's not about the size of your data, but the quality of your insight. The top asset managers obsess over feature engineering, continuously hunting for new inputs that reframe the narrative the market thinks it knows. So you need to stop copying tired datasets, stop relying on lazy ready-made libraries, and start engineering fresh signals hell-bent on revealing what everyone else is blind to. That's the kind of relentless innovation you must demand from your tech teams. You also have to confront something hard. Your current models are probably way too rigid. The market's not a fixed machine. It's alive, messy, constantly morphing. If your algorithms don't learn how to unlearn and relearn in real time, you're setting yourself up for failure. The elite players don't just run models. They run meta models, systems that watch their own assumptions and adjust the entire forecasting mechanism on the fly. That's why they stay ahead when the market shifts violently or when black swan events hit. Here's how to take control. Don't just build algorithms to predict prices. Build them to detect regime changes. You want systems that flag when markets stop playing by the old rules. When volatility spikes, sentiment flips, or liquidity dries up, these algorithms don't scramble. They switch gears. This adaptive mindset is the core power behind the biggest returns in alternative asset management today. Now, stop thinking about AI and algorithms as your magic wand. Instead, they're tools, powerful, but only if you force them to keep evolving. Build your infrastructure to allow innovation in real time, not some quarterly update cycle. Make your data teams wargaming every dead model to death until it screams failure, then iterate. If you're not causing your systems pain, your competitors will. And finally, stop settling for tools that treat markets like static puzzles. Invest your time and capital in networked algorithms, ones that link across assets, geographies, and strategies, learning from each other in a continuous loop. Top managers tap into these interconnected systems, like a brain with thousands of neurons firing signals, turning complexity into clarity, chaos into conviction. This is how the game is really played. When your models question themselves constantly, when your technology is no longer just tech, but a living system that evolves alongside the market, when your edge comes from ruthlessly cutting assumptions, adding gutsy new data, and building adaptive neural nets that never stop pushing boundaries. Stop letting outdated, lazy models drag you down. Demand the invisible algorithms, the ones that see the market's true pulse and make them your new standard. Only then will the frustration fade. Only then will you own any chance at playing with the best. Because if you don't, someone else will, while you watch your returns slip through your fingers. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit the featured link to discover more.